If we are serious about preserving the environment and creating a sustainable society, we must set and implement targets for the kind of planet we want in the decades ahead. To this end, we formulated our long-term environmental vision for 2050. Recently, an increasing number of companies have begun setting similar long-term targets. While it is important to set targets from a long-term view, what is even more important is that we achieve ambitious targets in a steady manner. We have reached a turning point, and whether we can create a sustainable society or not depends on what actions we take now. To help create a sustainable society under the current challenging circumstances, developing environmental technologies is key. We must develop uniquely advanced environmental technologies in a range of fields as a foundation for achieving long-term targets. And we must develop these technologies on a global scale, or set in motion an environmental industrial revolution, comparable to the Industrial Revolution of the 18th century. What epoch-making technologies should we plan for in this environmental industrial revolution? Let's take a look at resource and energy problems. To reduce carbon dioxide emissions and tackle the problem of depleted fossil and mineral resources, we must develop products that will not consume any virgin resources or energy and have next to zero environmental impact. This will necessitate advanced technologies that may seem impossible at first. Some may even ask, do we really need such advanced technologies? By the time we are able to answer this question with any confidence, however, it might be too late. The Earth is in a state of emergency, and we can no longer afford any mistakes. In order to respond to difficult social changes, we must achieve these advanced technologies and make them available wherever they are needed. In other words, we believe that only companies that provide products and services that can meet social needs and help society move in the right direction will earn the kind of corporate value that survives the age. At Ricoh, we have begun implementing a range of measures, including the development of environmental technologies, to contribute to the creation of a sustainable society while enhancing our corporate value. To help prevent global warming, we are developing products equipped with energy conservation features, instructing users in the proactive use of these products, and fundamentally reviewing our approach to manufacturing. As for resource conservation, we are fostering the use of renewable materials and improving resource recycling efficiency. As for pollution prevention, we are carefully managing chemical substances, including those that are presently said not to be hazardous, in addition to reducing the use and emissions of environmentally sensitive substances in consideration of their possible future impact. In this video, we will introduce some of these measures. First, we are fundamentally changing our production method as the starting point for innovative manufacturing. Traditionally, a small variety of products have been mass-produced with the same specifications. Now, however, we are required to meet the specific needs of our customers and to respond to frequent model changes. To that end, we are required to shift to small production of a range of products. A production method that can flexibly respond to changes in production volumes and models is now needed. We need to shift from production dictated by the equipment to production that meets the need for product variation. Through trial and error, we have finally developed a non-fixed layout cart-type production line. On this production line, several carts are moved by air cylinders. Products can be moved to the next process on the carts. The production line has a simple structure and can be laid out in any configuration. We can thereby minimize the production space and reduce the amount of energy used for air conditioning and lighting. As a result, both energy costs and lead times have been reduced by as much as 80%. We have expanded the use of this method to our production bases outside Japan, and beneficial effects have already been observed. As for fossil and mineral resources, which are indispensable for manufacturing, more than a few are expected to be depleted in the near future. Ricoh is developing technologies to use new materials for manufacturing in consideration of the availability of resources for the next generation. Oil is one of the resources that will run out. We are therefore focusing R&D on biomass technology, trying to develop an alternative to oil from renewable resources such as plants. It is also important to promote the recycling of fossil and mineral resources. While doing that, we strive to change the forms of the resources as little as possible. This is because changing their form during recycling uses energy and has environmental impact. We have incorporated this idea into our recycled copiers. We minimize the use of virgin resources newly extracted from the earth in producing these machines. We believe it is important to promote the reuse of parts, not only for recycled copiers, but also when releasing products with new functions. Ricoh is developing design technologies for future product generations, while also working on technologies to assess the remaining life of parts to ensure that they can be used for as long as possible. Our society depends on the self-healing capabilities of the Earth, most of which are dependent on biodiverse ecosystems. The Earth's capacity to heal itself, however, is being undermined by human behaviors. In recognition of this, Ricoh formulated the Ricoh Group Biodiversity Policy, upholding the following as the 4 pillars of our conservation activities: energy conservation and global warming prevention, resource conservation and recycling, pollution prevention, and biodiversity conservation. Simply put, we strive to achieve our final goal, which is to create a sustainable society. At present, the global environment is badly impacted beyond the reach of its self-healing capabilities. We need to reduce environmental impact in order to restore the Earth and enhance its ability to heal itself. To nurture the Earth's self-healing capabilities, we need to ensure biodiversity is maintained. We must proactively conserve and recover biodiversity while making ongoing efforts to reduce our own environmental impact. In addition to conducting biodiversity conservation activities, we must also give due consideration to biodiversity in our business activities, because these too can adversely affect precious biodiversity. Wildlife is becoming extinct due to various reasons, of which the destruction and degradation of habitat is the most serious. Humans, therefore, are thought to have the biggest adverse impact on wildlife. We dig the soil to procure materials, construct a plant on undeveloped land, and emit chemical substances during production. While these are not hazardous to human health, we must conduct these activities with due consideration to the impact these may have on the habitats of local animals and plants. Development of environmental technologies is one of the keys to creating a sustainable society amid the dramatic changes of the 21st century. Biodiversity is essential for the Earth to maintain and restore its self-healing capabilities. In the forthcoming environmental industrial revolution, the Ricoh Group is committed to contributing to the creation of a sustainable society by achieving significant environmental results while also taking care of the bottom line. Our ideal: to be a company that achieves sustainable growth in harmony with the environment.